Let's get into this one. I was challenged by a friend of mine named Etsmine to build a futuristic Minecraft windmill, which I thought, that's not a thing, that's called a wind turbine. But despite that, I decided why not, I'll go for it. If you guys don't know Etsmine, he's a good friend of mine. He's a part of the Blockhead server, and I'll have his Twitch link down below in the description, and there's his icon for you. But Ets challenged me to this, and I said, I'm on it, give me a minute. And I decided I want to have this palette of blue and then a lot of the just neutrals. So it's white, light gray, and black, and I kind of want to have this idea of what if you were in your survival world and you want to build this. I want to keep the list of resources you need low. So all you need for this is concrete. If you have access to sand, gravel, and dyes, you can build this, and it's not that difficult. The base of it is a 19 diameter, and that's actually really important for when we get into some of the detailing, stuff like that a little bit later on. But I really love how this kind of turned out. Let's just watch it for a minute. So as I was going, I knew that I wanted these little segments. It's almost inspired by a wheel bearing. And that's what I'm building these off of, and I decided that a futuristic windmill isn't going to be the standard old-fashioned, just like a glorified curtain, those old-fashioned, old-timey windows. No, that's windmills, not windows. That's not what we're looking for. We want these, and I decided these little half spheres catching wind would turn the thing on almost like a wheel bearing in the center and be generating power that way, similar to how a normal wind turbine does, because I would imagine a futuristic windmill isn't to mill flour, it's for power. So I decided on that, and I want to be able to get this blue and black going in, almost as if it's the power line, like the blue has electricity going through this power line, and it shows the direction of power and stuff like that. I did this one on the first one, but I decided on the second one, like, what if there was white surrounding it, almost like lining the wires? I love it. I went back and fixed the other one. I just think this looks absolutely amazing because it adds that little bit extra pop that just really transforms it, and I frankly really like it. And I'm just building that out for the other ones and stuff like that, but I really think that that right there is signifying that the power is generating, which from a realistic, just how they would build one for efficiency, why would the, like, air catcher light up? Because it's not actually generating power there. It would be like a gear on the inside turning and catching static electricity. No one came here for a chemistry science class. I know it's not chemistry. Stick with me. But yep, I'm finishing up the last one over there in the background and getting it done. We're going to be building this up to the last little platform. And earlier, I mentioned that this is a 19 diameter circle at the base. You might also notice at the bottom of it, we had a little bit of an indent. It's a D-shaped, capital D-shaped base. And that's pretty important. We're going to be putting something fancy into that flat side lower on the bottom, but also I want to be able to have this decoration that mathematically, I don't know how it worked, but it did. You'll see that a little bit later on. Right here, we're just putting in what the roof is going to be, which is just taking that 19, expand out to a 21, have a 19 circle of gray on the inside, and just fill that right on in. Once that's done, you're going to see this pattern I was talking about. I'm kind of shocked that it worked. So I'm lining out the like flat side of the D shape with that black, and I'm taking these lines going across. And I just want to say, like, right here, that 3 lines already I feel like adds a ton of intrigue, but I'm continuing it. And you might be getting an idea of what I'm doing, and that should tell you. The little plus sign markers going all around. The thing is that doesn't actually work most of the time on a round surface, like, at all. But if it's a 19 diameter, you can do this. And why do I know that? I don't know. I've worked with circles and lines too much in this game, and it's, I think, messing with my head. But I knew how this worked. Yay, fancy. And I just want to be able to show what this looks like kind of going around. I think it's really, really cool, because seeing it mid-process on the side like this, and seeing, like, the lower back side of it doesn't have any yet. Just seeing the pattern form, I think, looks really, really interesting. And almost, if you didn't finish it, I feel like it would also look nice. But if you're catching the edges of it, you're going to see that, like, it looks purely black, but as you come around the edge, it becomes more blue. And I liked it playing with your eyes a little bit. Like, that right side just became an all black line that's just kind of jittery. This is what I want to do with the flat side. I'm sure some of you guys probably guessed it would be something to measure power or something like that. But I just really like the idea of just this little grid shape, and this redstone lamp, perfect thing for it. Just light up a certain amount of them. We could set this up. I actually was thinking about if I ever had a farm that was fairly small but would have an output. something like this could actually work, where it's in this futuristic windmill design, but you have it like, okay, how far backed up is the items? Like, it's not going to your central storage system, or maybe it's just stored there, but it's filling up. Like, that's how you would show how full the storage is. I think that'd be really cool. So remember when I said it didn't work on all the different layers? This is where I found out, because that's a 17. I forgot it's a slightly smaller diameter. I thought it would work again. So I'm just doing a pattern of almost like it's a plus sign on top, half plus sign on bottom on one side, and then flip-flop that, and then just alternating back and forth to really still have that, like, you go to a certain angle and it's just black on the sides, but you can still see blue poking through if you're on the right spot. And here I just did large diamond shapes without like all the extra detail or fuss, kind of. I thought that just worked a little bit better and cleaned it up really nice, and I think it looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think, but thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm going to throw up a few photos of it right here. And I really do appreciate you guys coming out. I think it looked really well. It was a fun little project. Eds, thank you for challenging me to this, and I'm going to see you guys sometime soon with the next one. Let me know what you guys think of these little Let's Build discussion videos. I want to be able to put out more content, but frankly, things are a little busy for the intrinsic side of life right now. I'm still trying to figure out and do some stuff over there. But I think these little quick videos like this might be the pace for a little while. And if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions, I'd love to hear them down below.